I am ready now.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect?
Surprises!
Engineered by Jay Timko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime! Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
What happened?
Nostril.
You nostriled one like I do? And?
I literally put it up.
So did I.
Ugh.
Did you like it?
Oh my god, was that a burn? Keep it over there.
Into the mic.
I just wanted to do it once because I literally shoved it up my nose.
And did you?
Yeah, dude, it burned. Like,
Got
yeah,
me good
fuck,
today,
dude.
too. That
Me
threw me
too.
off.
It threw me off so much I couldn't throw it
I
properly.
threw it improperly as well.
What is going on with us?
My word.
My word! What did that dude do?
I
That
was,
gentleman do?
I said that to myself.
Me too.
A few times.
All night last
Yeah.
night. I was, my goodness!
I was like
what
watching
did this young individual do?
I was watching sports. I forget what I was watching. I was watching something, and I was just like, what? Like there was plays, and I feel like
It applies to almost anything.
It does.
what happened here to lead to this penalty?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Detroit Cast on a Thursday. It is a big show today, I suppose.
You suppose?
Yeah, you know, it's one of those where there's not.
Yeah,
a
we're
ton
about
going-
to talk about a comet. I know.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like it's hard to get behind something like that. Like,
Yeah, believe me.
yeah,
I know.
I know. So anyway, but yeah, it's a big show. I'm all fired up for it. We'll talk about the Ebola settlement. Big news there. The sex investigations in New Orleans. 5 cops there in some trouble. Not looking good for them. Another hot Carl incident.
Is there a pigment involved?
No.
But there might be a pigment in Taylor. We pulled
Yes.
that.
That is a definite pigment in Taylor.
Sorry.
You okay?
Dude, now I get like that one time when Jay actually said that there was a time when he was doing this at the beginning where his like nose, like you could taste it.
Mm-hmm.
Shoving it up there, I can taste
Yeah.
it in my mouth right now.
We'll talk vacation titties.
Not a good idea.
The micro penis.
Not a good idea.
Vacation.
For you.
Vacation titties? What?
Vacation titties, yes. Yep. If you ever
Pay
go on
attention.
vacation.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. We'll get into the comment landing in just a sec. Should we do a little housekeeping and see where E stands at this point?
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
What'd you do today, E? You held a baby, didn't you?
I did hold a baby today.
You
saw
did?
the
Yeah,
picture.
I went on a lunch.
I saw a picture of this. He looks very uncomfortable with
He
this baby.
looks. I don't know if he looks more uncomfortable with the baby in his hands or taking a picture with the person,
Yeah.
the girl.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not sure I'd hand you a baby, to be honest.
It's only the second time in my life I've held a baby.
When was the first time?
Once in Holland, somebody brought their baby in.
In
and
Holland?
Yeah, and somebody at the
Wait.
restaurant, when I was working in the restaurant,
Oh,
not the radio station, but in the restaurant, and someone came in on their day off with their baby,
and just
and they
hand it to you.
wanted to see
handed
what
it.
it would be like if they tried to take a picture with me holding a baby.
who?
I don't even remember the person.
They were
it was.
strangers?
No, they were a worker
Coworker.
there on their day off.
Oh.
Like they were on their day off.
So they knew you. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, it was like, oh, it'll be hilarious. We'll have Eric hold a baby.
Was it hilarious?
Oh, it was awkward as fuck, obviously. Like,
Charlotte's
I was
cute,
kinda
though,
just
isn't she?
yeah, I guess. I
Kind
don't
of a
know.
pudge.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I-
Do you find babies cute? All
Jay,
babies?
definitely
No,
so.
not newborns.
No, they're monstrous looking.
Yeah, little alien-looking things.
Yeah. At what point do they get to be
Yeah.
cute level?
You know, a month.
Month?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Eid hit his moment. and
Oh, he's
gotten
a cute little guy.
Yeah, he's gotten cuter. But E had more stuff happen there because we were talking about.
You were given something, correct?
Yep.
A gift of sorts.
I guess it's a gift.
So Jay, you came through on your
Mm-hmm.
your word. Good job.
It says
Yep.
over there in the Red Bull.
We have, I don't know, a cup of.
Or more. That's like a cup and a half.
I know.
Of breast.
It's so
Milk.
ridiculous. It was so ridiculous when I mentioned it. Something we were talking about it today, and I mentioned I actually said the word, and that's how I said it. I said breast Like I'm in this house talking, and
I don't even know where that came from.
just
Or
because
why
It came out.
It just came out, that show, for some reason. That guy never said that or anything, but
it just seemed like
Seems
it.
to
Well, it
work.
seemed like it fit with the erect, the
Penis.
erect
A
penis.
nude, erect penis.
yeah. How did he say it?
His
His exposed.
exposed.
Erect penis.
I don't know. It just seemed like it fit. I
Did
guess,
you
for breast-
pull out your exposed breast?
It's almost a game of who's going to be the last one to.
So ridiculous.
Well, my friend expressed enough breast milk today, I think, to quench your thirsty.
Oh yeah, dude. There's
So-
enough.
I think what ought to happen is he ought to just
They have
sip on it all
Oh.
afternoon.
Oh,
Take
See,
that Mountain Dew away from him, and
I was thinking he should just
Well, I should-
slam it. Like, that'd be worse.
no, I think he ought to just sip on it.
I don't want to say what.
Can we do both? Can he sip on it a little bit and then slam it?
I don't know. Let's
No,
see how
see,
he
I
reacts
think
to
I'll
this.
tell you.
sip.
I'll tell you
Alright,
right now. I think I should side with Walters because I think slamming it would actually be better because it just sipping. What will happen is if I don't like it the first sip and then I have to keep sipping it, then it's gonna suck and I'm gonna know it's
Exactly.
gonna suck.
Yeah.
I'm not taking away
You
my
can
Mountain
take little
Dew, though.
bitchy half shots like you did on the drunk show. You
5,
could.
4.
Should I go
3,
to-
2, and
And
1.
So should I go now or?
Yeah, grab it. Let's try it really quick.
There's cookies actually. I brought cookies too.
She gave you cookies.
What kind of cookies?
She made cookies with the.
Into the mic.
She made cookies with the joke of being like milk.
Cookies and
Cookies and milk. Yeah.
Ugh, there it
Oh
is.
my gosh!
And you know what's funny?
I know, dude.
this is-
Oh,
Actually,
Came out
looks
of
like
her
eggnog.
titty. What? How bad does it smell?
this is actually the
Honestly,
worst 'cause I don't.
After having 3 kids, I have not been around it.
I don't even like regular milk.
Don't smell that
To be
bad.
fair, so I don't. No, I don't even drink regular milk straight.
Okay,
Is there
it's cold, which
It
is
is
good.
cold. is
You know,
there a
she should've
chance
kept
you're
it
gonna
warm.
puke?
No.
There's no chance you're gonna puke.
I
A
don't think-
shot
Hey.
of alcohol will make you puke.
Yes.
Little sip. Don't you dare slam it. Don't slam it, you
No.
son of a bitch.
Hang on. Okay. Hang on. Oh,
Oh God! I just.
That's so gross.
this is from your friend.
I know.
Oh,
I
your
don't
friend's
care.
It came from her titty. Are these nice titties at least?
They're large and engorged.
They are. Okay. In other words, yes, you could. A simple yes or no. Yes, you could have answered. That's fine.
Little sip. Little sip. Don't you dare.
Do a healthy chug.
Don't you dare. Sip.
God, dude, it's bitter, man.
Is it bitter? Oh,
It's
God.
bitter.
Yeah, it's a little bitter, man. Not disgusting, but
Bitter?
Does it taste like milk?
that's weird, man. That came from her.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
like it's not. The taste isn't as weird as the concept of that's where it came from. Like,
That's weird, man.
He's enjoying it.
it's actually not that bad.
It really looks like
It's good for
eggnog.
babies. It's probably can't be too
Yeah.
bad for you. I mean,
Pretty
babies
good.
drink it.
I don't, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Don't slam it. Just sip
Well,
it.
no, I'll do it, but I think slamming it would be worse than sipping it now because it's not that bad.
Yeah. Well, we should have him slam.
All right. Hit that shit.
God. Is this on video?
Yeah.
Can people see him?
Are there any chunks in it or anything?
Not really.
Not really. Ugh.
Why would there be chunks in it?
I don't know.
Just-
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Oh, oh, that was worse. That was worse than
Oh,
sipping.
hit your half shot, bitch.
Oh God.
Hit your
was
half
worse.
shot, bitch.
Yeah, that was worse, dude. That was worse than sipping.
All right, how many ounces was that? It's got little things on the side,
I
right?
don't know.
That had to
5.
be 5? Yeah, I was going to say 6. 5 ounces. Damn.
I'm
Oh.
skeptical now. He enjoyed that too much. I think he went home, dumped out the
Oh,
titty milk,
come
and then
on.
poured 2% in there.
I didn't even have time to go home. I came right. I mean, that doesn't mean I couldn't have stopped at a Rite Aid, I guess, or something.
Yeah, you could have easily.
No,
But I
that
hate-
was of questionable color and consistency.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Oh,
It was not regular milk.
Dude, I'm not someone who would do that.
It looked like eggnog, maybe.
I don't like that. I get what what things are, and I'd rather I wouldn't want to do it fake. I would do it. I would never have messed with it.
Yeah.
You just
Ooh.
drank her bodily fluid.
I know. Who I just had lunch with. Somebody who I just had lunch with. I just drink fluids that came out of her body. Not in the sexy way. Well, actually, maybe it is in the sexy
Kind
way.
of. Would you have rather had it right from the tap?
Oh, duh. I mean, right?
Would she have been a gamer for
No,
that?
no way.
Just checking. Just checking.
It is.
You don't know if you don't ask, right, Jay?
You know what is funny is I was sitting there and Gab was there too. I was at lunch with two these married women in a like white suburbia house, whatever. And all I kept talking about.
How did Gab look?
Don't. It's.
Oh no, but all I kept referencing several times, just that like, yeah, I'm sure you guys are happy and stuff, but every time I'm in neighborhoods like this, I just think of all the people that are probably just fucking around and doing drugs and the underbelly of white suburbia. And then you know what? Sure enough, she said, well, actually, one of our neighbors over here, the guy who used to work 90 hours a week, and she was at the country club, and they're divorced, and so
Which one was fucking around, her or him?
I don't probably both, That's my guess.
It happens in suburbia.
I
The
saw
underbelly of suburbia, as you say.
There was a study I just saw recently where I forget the numbers now, but it was like 30% or 3 out of 10, people in neighborhoods end up cheating on it with a neighbor. I forget what the exact number. I feel bad saying a number because I don't remember.
So on my block, there's probably at least 3 or 4 people that are fucking around.
Probably.
Awesome. Now we need to pinpoint them.
Exactly.
Hey.
That's really loud.
Good job, E.
Oof.
Proud of you for drinking that. That was gross. I can't believe we tried like hell to get you to a shot named after you, and you wouldn't do it, and yet here you are slamming
5 ounces.
I did have somebody tell me, because I already put a picture of me with the thing, and somebody was like, don't do it. You're not their monkey or something. But
No, that's where he's wrong.
exactly. He
Yeah.
is wrong. If I don't do that, then I'm not,
Yeah.
not here.
God. Well, I'm proud of you. Look good.
Ugh.
You can
Like
think
we
about
need a
that every
break
time.
now.
Dude, you know what's funny? Jay knows this person. So every time, like especially if this show keeps going on and going, every time he sees her, he can know that his co-host drank her breast milk. Every time. And even if the show doesn't go on, you still know
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah.
Actually-
Remember when my buddy drank your tit milk?
But,
You can tell her kid as it grows up.
yeah.
Like you shared your mom's titty milk with a really weird guy.
With
Let
a
me tell you
idiot.
about him. Have a seat, son.
I actually, when I left her house too, by the way, she was like, "Well, thanks for coming," and I was like, thanks, or and
Or whatever.
and then because your wife was like, "Well, I'll see you in a few weeks because of the
night out
thing." But I told her this.
Wait, did this breast milk mellow him out? Look at him.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Did relax
maybe
you.
did.
That's why babies go to sleep so fast.
get relaxed. You know?
What if I-
It's
what if
kind
I-
of like, yeah, so your wife, yeah, she just,
He's gonna nod off.
I'll need a nap.
Do you have nursery music we could play for Big E?
No, but what I was gonna say was funny is the last thing I said to the person that I left with, that was the other friend, because there's a chance I'll never see her again. You never know. Sarah, okay. And what I told her was well, I hope I see you again, because if I do, it means this thing is successful and we're all doing well. Because if I don't see you again, it means it failed and I had to do something else with my life.
You mean that Jay would never talk to you again?
Yeah, I just
Is that what
assumed
you're
that
saying?
if it failed, it would just be like
This works
It would
in
just be this thing in his life. There'd be a little
Yeah, you'd be
period
this
where
strange memory
Yeah,
5
the
years
strange
later.
that fucking guy.
1 year gap in the middle.
on my resume.
Jay also.
With
No,
a
no,
Detroit
there's
kid.
this 1 year.
That's right.
No one would believe you.
I text him like a few years from now, and he's just like, "Go away, dude."
Who are you? Yeah, go away, dude.
Although Jay actually inadvertently gave me his wife's phone number today too.
Go ahead and erase that.
How did you do that?
Because in a
I
group,
texted all of them and I said, E doesn't leave that lunch without breast milk.
Nice. Good. Laying down the law.
Yeah.
I
but the
like
point
that,
is,
Jay.
it was in a group message, and those phone numbers. All of a sudden, I was like, "Wait a minute, there's other numbers here."
So you got Gabs?
Gabs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't share it publicly like you've done with your number.
Okay, I know.
I don't think Jay would appreciate
Our
that.
Facebook page a little. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What was that?
Remember that from the drunk show? He said he already creeped her
That
on
was
our
what I was
Facebook
talking about,
page.
creeping your
Oh,
Facebook
yeah.
Here,
page.
check it out.
Mhm.
I already
Look how mellow
creeped
he
your Facebook
is.
page a little.
Yeah,
He's
you
mellowed
are.
out.
It's different.
What? Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, you
He
do
is.
seem a little mellow.
Yeah.
Just a bit. It's not a bad thing. I mean, that's what baby milk does.
Gross.
I just burped out your friend's breast milk. I love that I did this now just because I have that. Like I said, if this keeps going on, I'll always have that on that girl that I.
I'm not a baby who needs a nursemaid to burp me.
No, I don't. I did it all on my own.
All right.
Anyway,
Good job, E. Good job.
thank you.
Hey,
This is your life, Jay.
we all love fillets, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Fillet is the name of the comet. You just admitted that you loved.
I hate comets.
Oh, Jay, he tricked you.
It's not the name of the comet. It's the name of the apparatus that landed on a comet.
Red-eye.
Perhaps landed. It did land. Is it still there? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know, but boy, were the nerds rock hard this morning.
Yeah, they were.
Wow, they were going crazy. The Philae probe has landed on the surface of a comet. Scientists announced that. It's the first time a soft landing, not to be confused with a soft field landing, has been achieved on a comet. Shortly after news came, the probe tweeted, "Touchdown, my new address, P67P."
The probe tweeted.
Or PI. Yeah, it's weird. This rock is just hurtling through space at 41,000 miles an hour.
So.
And it's pretty impressive, though. They're up above, and they have to time it as this thing is whipping through the space.
It's just a big math problem.
I know it is.
Jay, it is impressive, you son of a bitch, dude. Like,
It's just a math problem.
that's
Giving
all-
them no credibility at all. They dropped this
Well,
thing.
they're not even sure it's on there. The latest stories right now are saying it might have bounced off.
Well, the land
Is it really saying it might have bounced off?
Yeah.
Ugh.
The comet may have bounced when it landed.
Wait, the
ESA,
comet?
ESA said Wednesday. Maybe we didn't land once. We landed twice. He told. Did we land in sort of a soft sandbox, or is there something else happening? We don't fully understand what happened. He said. So they're trying to analyze the data. Ha ha! Nerds.
So what was supposed to happen was this supposed to land, and then anchors.
And then go flying through space.
Anchors were supposed to, then goes hurtling through space.
Yeah, and then what?
It collect data.
Jesus, Jay.
Honestly, what?
Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to call Shawnee today and ask Shawnee. He always says, if you have any questions about, because the reason
He's in meetings all day. Son of a bitch.
God, one space rocket blows up and it's just meetings.
Did you see, by the way, the people that want a refund from their Virgin Galactic ticket?
How many people?
About 20 people have
Yeah,
now started to ask for a refund.
He said that was fine, right? He threw that out there.
I
Like,
didn't hear it. I didn't hear
Yeah.
it. I just heard
I
it.
think right after it happened, he was like, "Look, if anybody wants a refund."
Yeah, they said they hadn't spent the money. They still had it sitting there, and not that Sir Richard Branson needs the money.
Hey, maybe this is good. Maybe the price will go down, Jay, then I can go.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
dude.
No, I don't think you'll be going anytime soon, buddy. Not at $250,000.
Well, no, I'm saying maybe the price will go down because the risk will be higher.
Uh,
Oh, Sarah just texted me. Oh my god, I'm dying. This is horrifying.
That's what she gets.
She said, "Dude, make sure you shake the milk." Uh-oh.
jump up and down real
She
quick.
said
Yeah, she
it
told me to-
separates.
Oh, why? So was it worse that I didn't shake it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
But
it's equally
chugging
horrifying.
it. Yeah, chugging it helped probably.
yeah. Probably.
Just jump up and down.
What's the matter now?
Oh.
The Philae lander separated from the mothership Rosetta around 3:30 in the morning, and then took 7 hours to drop as this rock came around. As you said, a math problem.
Math.
Jesus, my God.
Jay's ruining it.
So they shot a thing here and landed on a rock floating at what? How many millions of miles?
There's so many
41,000.
problems here on this earth. I don't know.
But if they're ever going to disprove there's a God, they've got to start somewhere, and
Yeah.
this is how they're going to do it.
And the other thing is, Jay, eventually we're going to ruin this planet, and we're going to need to live other places. So your grandchildren.
We already we don't care about future generations, right?
No,
we already
we
talked
care.
about
We
our
established
kids and their kids.
we care
Beyond
about the
that,
grandkids, but
Yeah.
anything beyond
I don't
grandkids
care,
is like
but-
might as well be another world
Can't
entirely.
comprehend it.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
And it's their job to fix the problems that we create, as it's our job to fix the problems that our grandfathers created.
Oh, my God.
That the greatest generation created.
Right.
None.
Right.
God, they. It is
What?
A lot. Whatever.
What?
Nothing. I'm just this kind of. Oh, who cares?
This thing is weighs 220 pounds. It's got a lot of experiments on board. Yeah, I
Some
know.
8th graders win a contest.
I
Oh,
hate
jeez.
I hate discussing shit that is so out of my realm of concept that it's hard to discuss with. Like, it's
and I'm not
big
going to try
news.
to help you. I don't. Fuck.
No,
I don't know, and I don't care.
That's
Fuck
why
the comet.
I want to get
Jesus.
Shawnee on and go,
Yeah.
like, what does this mean? What are they trying to do? And have some nerd explain it, because
Right.
I'm not going to do it justice. I know that. I'm better at talking about weird sex positions.
Which we'll get to.
Yeah, we will. But E seems mildly interested.
I'm
E, are
very
you,
interested.
you
I
are?
wish I had. To be honest, I didn't know about it, but I'm very interested now that I know about it.
The comet's gravity is so weak that engineers have come up with an ingenious solution
That didn't work.
to keep Philae in place.
Didn't work.
At touchdown, 2 harpoons fire out from the legs and screw onto each of the 3 feet, help attach it to the comet.
No, they
Yeah.
didn't work.
Jay, there's got to be trial and error. Things happen.
No, you get one chance, dude.
This thing was launched 10 years ago.
God, that
10 years
kills me.
ago.
All the money that went into this shit.
Oh,
Fuck.
the landing probe has.
Why?
Is it has or
Well, then
had
why get-
9 experiments on board?
It's gone. It's drifting.
Oh, poor thing.
It's out there.
Sensors on the lander will measure the density and thermal properties of the surface.
We're supposed to.
Gas analyzers will help to detect and identify any complex organic chemicals that might be present,
Would had it landed.
while other tests will measure the magnetic field and
We're
interaction
intended to.
between the comet and solar
Turn
wind,
this mic down.
high energy particles given off by the sun.
That's what would have happened. Awesome.
If not for
God,
Failure to land on the
harpoons.
fucking
For
comet.
you to call me feeble-minded, and then Jay just driving around in this car. I don't care what's going on
Nope.
in the universe.
This'll
Blah,
impress you.
blah,
Care what's
blah,
going on this planet, man.
Philae also carries a drill that can drive 8 inches into the comet and
Did at least.
deliver material to its onboard ovens for testing.
Had it landed.
Yep. All these things would have been possible had it just stuck the landing. We've seen this before, right? Olympians have this problem.
Oh my God.
The orbital will remain
It
alongside.
these geeks. Yes, the math problem was right. Bonk. Just bounces off like a trampoline.
They're going, oh yeah, it's going 41,000 miles an hour.
Bonk.
Bonk, and then things just gone, just hurtling through space. Like we touched it when it went by.
I love it. I love it.
It'd be someone.
We're the first ones to touch a comet.
Well, hey, trial and error.
Um,
Rome wasn't built in a day, Jay.
they say the orbital will remain alongside the comet for over a year, watching it grow in activity as it approaches the sun.
Would have.
Get into within 112 million miles in summer next year,
Had it landed.
God, will you just
when the
stop-
comet will be expelling hundreds of kilos of material every second. Although, it sounds like maybe we won't get any data from it. I hope no kids' school experiments were on this thing.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, those kids graduated like a decade ago, so it doesn't really matter anyways. But we got an awesome profile. The adventure of the decade-long journey necessary to capture its prey, flying past the Earth, Mars, and 2 asteroids on the way.
Do you care that we went to the moon or no?
No, he
Yeah, that's close enough to care.
Yeah.
What about going to Mars?
No, too far.
Why?
It's too far. You can go and never come back.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
too far.
eventually you'll be able to come back once they.
There's
once
no
they,
restaurants there. There's no
Once they develop
high rises. There's no
No.
oceans.
What are you gonna have to do? Do you have to develop time freezing or not time freezing? What's the terminology for it? You know what I mean?
Like they've
capsule.
done with
not
Ted
freeze-
Williams.
No,
had?
not freezing ahead. Like
Cryogenic freezing.
well, like pausing, where you
Hmm.
were because what's the deal? If you went there and came back, you'd go. by the time-
Scientists are
Yeah, we're pretty
yelling
close
right
to
now
that.
at this.
You know what I'm talking about? What's the word?
Time and space continuum.
No. Where they talk about
Oh yeah, I watched Lost.
where you froze, where you can freeze, where you would like.
Are you my constant? Will you be my constant? Penny. Penny.
What was the hand that remember the hand? No,
Great show though.
it wasn't
Was
until
it-
the last episode. I haven't watched an episode of it since.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy the whole DVD set and watch it again until the final episode. Whatever.
Yeah. I wish I knew more about this stuff. We'll try to
Well,
get.
it didn't
someone
work
on.
anyway.
Yeah, we don't know that for sure.
He's already declared it. So I mean,
I've declared it a waste of money.
Well, here I've got a booklet of frequently asked questions about Rosetta, so you can do some research and get yourself up to speed on it all, Jay.
Sure.
Put that in the Astronom file, maybe.
about
So-
Rosetta.
So in 10 more years, when they try to bounce another, they try to drop another one down.
Yeah.
It's just absurd, man. What are we doing? What are they doing? These were the French, right?
Yeah, the French, the Europeans, us. I don't know.
Oh, it was a conglomerate of sorts.
It sounds like it.
Nerds from all over the world.
Nerds.
The best nerds we had.
Yeah. High-fiving and missing each other's hands as they go up to high-five.
There's a lot of applications, Jay, for things that you might not know down
Like
the line.
what?
I don't know what they are, but I'm sure there are reasons. there's things that they'll be able to find out. You know, calculators didn't get made until they started making space
Hey,
programs and stuff. Or
Velcro,
whatever, right?
Velcro and Tang. We do have those two things. I'm thankful for
Cell
those.
phones.
Velcro and Tang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Tang. I haven't had it in years though.
I don't think they make it anymore. It was so gross.
You didn't like Tang? as a
It's
kid?
very what was it? It was just kind of flat.
It was very sweet.
No, it wasn't. That was my problem. It wasn't.
Tang?
Yeah, it wasn't sweet enough or something. It was.
They needed
it
more
just felt-
flavors.
yeah, it just felt kind of flat. You were ready to drink orange juice, and you got kind of like, yeah, just kind of
It was
a chalky,
thicker.
kind of a chalky orange juice.
Yeah. I mean, it was more like an orange drink. It
Yeah.
wasn't very juicy at all.
Isn't that-
Do they still make it?
I don't know.
Remember
Yeah.
Tab?
Oh, you
That
remember
pop
that.
named
Yeah,
Tab?
yeah.
Oh, that was gross, wasn't it? I think that
Mm.
was the first diet soda.
Was that like RC Cola?
No, it was
it
flat
like-
out. It was flat out diet. There was no like leaded version of it. It was just. I don't know who made it. Is that your question? Did RC
Yeah.
make it?
Didn't they take that off the market though? Wasn't there
I-
something with it that it was like
Tab.
really bad for you or something?
They're all really bad.
It was
No,
the,
no, but-
it was the artificial sweeteners in it caused cancer. So
It was, yeah, it was like.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Science.
oh
Again
my,
with the science.
my God, Jay. Does it? What about like the fact that like now when you're giving your kids Christmas presents these days, like there's more power in that than what they sent them to the moon 30 years ago? Isn't that cool to you? Like how crazy that is? Like this
Mm.
cell phone is like more powerful than like.
He's so mellow right now. Look at him.
I
Isn't
know.
He?
He just had
Just
a
the way
huge-
he's just like, man, there's just more power in there. He's talking kind of
How
different.
dare you? I'm
It's
not.
kind of like, hey,
I'm
man.
not any different, man.
You do seem a little mellower, I'll be honest.
Seriously,
Just a bit.
something happened to him.
Breast milk. Something happened to him,
I
man.
don't think that's it.
Hey, should we talk micro penises?
Sure.
Are you guys into micro penises?
No.
If you had to be into
Well,
a penis, would it be a micro or you'd rather have regular?
I bet Jay knows somebody that's
What?
I bet Jay knows somebody that's into micro penises, huh? Huh? Get it?
no.
No.
Your wife?
He's back. He's back.
It actually wasn't that bad.
I can't believe I was the first to thought about it. Thought about it.
This guy's doing an article for a men's magazine about micro dicks.
About his
And-
own?
No, he calls a buddy and he's like, "Hey man, can you do me a favor? Can you measure your dick for me?" Because apparently this guy's bachelor party, one of the strippers like whipped his pants down. This guy's got a rod. He's
Right.
raging, and all of his buddies are just like, "Huh?" It's the smallest dick they've ever seen.
It's like a little hard clitty. They're all like, huh?
Oh my god, that sucks.
Yeah, look at that. There's one on.
Oh god, would that suck?
That's a
Dude.
bag.
You're right, I always
That's
say,
a
Jay,
bag and a mushroom clip.
You know what's really bullshit about that? I'm serious, and I know that they say there's pills or this and they're out there to get, but like all those are very suspect. Like when girls are like, it's just like girls getting bigger breasts because it gives us confidence, and you don't understand what it's like to be No, that's bullshit. Even if you have fucking almost flat chested, guys are still gonna want to hook up with you. But a guy who just by unfortunate graces ends up with this,
Well,
you know what I mean?
according to this story, as long as you know how to use it, man.
This happens in only 0.6% to 1% of men.
But you do get what I'm saying, right? Like with the
Yeah.
concept that girls will like liken it to the fact like, well, I was born with smaller breasts, and I would. No, that's not the
brutal.
same
Right.
thing.
No, this is the operation here. This is your
Yeah, this is your
means of yeah.
operation. Yeah. God, I've never seen anything like that.
It's just a bag with a little
Little start button.
it's dude. It's basically this
It is a
with a
vagina.
bag where the vagina is.
Yeah,
You know?
that is brutal.
Oh my god.
Seriously. So anyway, this guy gets back to him and says, "Yeah, my dick's 2.7 inches
What?
hard, rock hard."
That's not very good.
No, no, it's not.
That's not very good.
I mean, Jay, how big is?
Yeah, I mean we were kind of eyeballing it here.
Ooh.
Like that. Shit.
And I mean rock hard. The guy's steely.
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck.
Oh.
And that guy apparently is hung for the micro penis world.
Right.
2.77 inches or whatever.
Yeah,
was.
he was saying he's big for micropenis world. He's apparently the girth is just fine, but
Yeah.
And for micro penis, he's fairly long.
Would you, if your
2.75.
buddy, even if he was doing research, if Mike was doing research and he texted you, hey, I'm doing research, how big's your penis? If it was 2.5 inches, would you even just not? Wouldn't you just get back and go like, I'm not gonna do that, or you know what I mean? Would you even? Why would you even get back if it was 2 point?
That's it right there.
Oh,
Ruler.
You know what I'm saying? Would you get back if it was that small?
Well, the guy called him because he knew.
Oh.
Somebody had pantsed him at the bachelor party,
Yeah.
and that's what they saw.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
So
I'm
when he
sorry,
went to
I
write
was-
this article years later, he's like, Jim.
Okay.
Look at that, dude.
Oh.
That's a clue.
yeah,
During the zygote stage, we're all the same. Honestly.
yeah.
And then during the development,
Jay, are you saying that this is a person who maybe could get away with saying he was supposed to be a girl?
look at that thing.
That sucks. Is he doing
No,
something
because he's got a
special there?
urethra in that thing, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
So it's developed into a male organ.
He just got a lazy head that just doesn't want to come out?
Look at that! It's not even a head.
No. It
It's
doesn't
just-
go to the... If
It's
he's
part of the head,
If you were
just
gonna give a
peeping
blow-
out.
If you're gonna give that a blowjob, where exactly would you?
You wouldn't.
You just end up with a big tea
You
bag.
just lick it. You could put an ice cream cone under it. Just look at that. Fuck.
Gosh.
God, the way the bag comes together in the middle is weird too.
Well, I think it's probably because normally you're used to something being around it, so you're like kind of just looking at. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like.
That guy is literally all bag.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
God, that would suck. What would you do?
So this guy says, I don't make a habit of knowing the penile lengths of my friends, but this was an exception, and he goes back to talk about Jim, who at this bachelor party, got pants, as Jay said, and they all saw it. And suddenly I'm compelled to call him out of the dark and ask the questions that I never did back in our 20s. Yes, he had a penis that could easily be mistaken for a clitoris. He also had a series of increasingly hot girlfriends, and the woman he married, the reason for the bachelor party, she's really hot too. So she's an actress and once got hired on a movie with Gina Gershon stand-in. They say stand-up, but sure they mean stand-in. I don't find Gina Gershon all that attractive.
Oh, she's the one with the weird mouth, right?
Yeah.
She's a poker player too? Or, no, she's not. No, I'm thinking of. Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, who cares? Anyway, they go on to talk about
Yeah.
typical guy fashion. They're at the bachelor party, and they're ragging on this guy in front of family and friends and everything. They're just like, I don't know how he tricked her into marrying you, especially with such a tiny dick. Doing that type of shit to him. Poor bad. It sounds like he's got a good sense of humor about it, but
I guess at that point you just have to own it, like, whatever. It's kind of weird, huh?
yeah. Would you do you feel like there's an obligation to warn someone? I mean, if you were going down on a girl and there was a vagine that was like 8 times the normal size of a normal one, don't you think it'd just be in your best interest to go, by the way?
Yeah, you're right.
I wonder, if you would have a line like, just FYI. FYI.
No, because you're right. Because the worry is that you start to get going and you look at it, and she's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting evening. I would think. How often would a girl? Yeah, see, Gina looks good there, but. Oh yeah, she was in
Is it Showgirls?
Showgirls. Yeah.
Her mouth is strange, though.
So this guy's got a dick that looks like a pencil eraser, and he still gets laid by beautiful women. 2.75 inches while erect, he wrote in the email. The circumference of my penis is perfectly average. It's lengthwise that I'm challenged, and I'm pretty sure I'm on the large size of the micro community. Community. Fuck. Orally pleasuring your partner is grade school. When you can rely on what God gave you to hit the spot, you are morally and ethically obligated to hit the spot by any means necessary. That means becoming a sort of Obi-Wan Kenobi of vagines for the lay.
Oh, okay.
As a micro penis, you have to be willing to do anything, to be anything goes sexually. Leave your hang-ups at the door. I'm not saying the wife and I technically trib. What's that? TRIB.
Grind scissor.
Is that what that means?
I think so.
Wow, how do you know that?
Yeah.
But the first inch or two into vagines are the most sensitive, so I'm hitting the sweet spot just by being me, he says.
Oh, jeez.
But with love and openness, an experiment, and a special pillow designed for the purpose, we do all right. A special
pillow. What could a pillow do?
Hello.
What could a pillow do?
Hello. You're right, Jay. Trib, the lesbian act of grinding the vaginal region against a partner's vaginal region.
So that's what he does?
So, yeah.
He's saying, no, we don't just trib.
Oh,
So, in other words, he doesn't rub his vagine against her vagine all night. They do more.
he gets in.
Yeah.
Dude, if it's like, you'd have to feel like...
What?
It would just be like, I don't know, it'd be crazy.
It just looks pointless.
I've heard the ladies in my life complain time and again about lousy lovers with monster wangs who think their oversized junk is enough. I call it cockfidence. So this guy with the tiny dong says.
Are you just telling them that? Or are they... No.
I don't know.
No, you've heard...
Maybe.
You guys have had that talk before, though, on... You know, I've heard it on other shows even, too, and you guys have talked about it before. Those guys that have the big ones, and they just assume that's just enough. Like, they don't even have to do anything. Because I got 10 inches here, so, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
I just have to lay down. Yeah, you're lucky to be riding this thing.
But there's some size queens out there, and we're never going to be sexually compatible. This is what Jim says. That may have been as much to do with my tiny penis. That may have as much to do with my tiny penis as it does for her cavernous vajayjay.
Oh!
I hate the word vajayjay.
Yeah.
Oprah, right? Stupid.
Is it? Oh, is that where that came from?
I think
hate
so.
it more now.
Yeah. Vagine.
Yeah.
As heard on the Detroit cast. Not all genitals are created equal, and this applies to both men and women. Don't take it personally if you're not enough for them, just because she needs an 800-pound elephant cock to please that walk-in closet of a vagine.
Oh!
Doesn't mean you're lacking in some way. That's right, guys. There's someone out there for everyone. I don't know.
Good luck, guys.
Wouldn't you have trouble even dating? I would think that would make dating almost impossible.
That would be tough, yeah.
Like,
because like you said, there's going to be that
There
moment.
is going to be, because you're
yes, it's coming.
FYI.
do it in the dark and just...
My word. What did that gentleman do?
Just do it in the dark, Jay.
What happened to that Panoose?
But even doing it in the dark,
I know. She's going to, eventually...
he's going to be like going to town on her. She's be like, all right, I'm ready. Whatever you are.
Stop rubbing up against me, dude.
Yeah, you can go in. You can go in now.
The door is open. Entree. Just going, I've been in for 3 minutes. What are you talking about? Oh God.
Man.
Well, count your blessings, gentlemen.
You don't even know. How do you know? How do you know what I'm dealing with? You don't know. I guess you just assume that I'm not.
We got the ruler here, E.
I'm not that small. I'll say that.
You're not that small.
No, I do not have a micro penis.
Technically.
Yeah. So you're more than 2.75.
Yes.
Right. Hey, did you see the cannibal cop in New York has been sentenced to time served?
Wow. What's that? How long?
He was in jail for 21 months, I believe.
Wait, this is the dude who wrote about it?
Yeah.
Shit? Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this story because
Remind me. I remember talking about this a long time ago.
he was a former New York City cop. He was acquitted of conspiring to kidnap, kill, and eat women, and was sentenced to time served for unlawfully accessing a federal database. So he used his cop credentials to go in and that kind of thing. His name's Gilberto Vale. He received 1 year of probation, must continue to get mental health treatment. Jurors heard evidence that he had conversed online with people he had never met about killing and cooking his wife and others. Yeah, what?
Wow.
The jury convicted him of conspiracy, but the judge wrote that the evidence made it more likely than not that it was the case that all of Vale's internet communications about kidnapping are fantasy role play.
Problem is, he went that step further and he went in the database.
Yeah.
You know, had he not done that shit,
Yeah.
I'd probably be on his side.
Defense lawyers said previously that their client had suffered enough, and when you read, I don't know, he's lost everything. He lost his job, he lost his liberty for 21 months, he lost his wife, his child, many friends, he lost his reputation and anonymity. But brought on by himself. Sorry,
Gross. It's so, man.
E, would you eat a person?
No.
Never?
No.
If you were on a live?
Well, I mean, okay, not.
Andy's Mountains?
You can never say no.
Rugby team?
No, you can say no.
No, there.
Never say never, but
I wouldn't
You can
starve
say
if
no.
it was absolute starvation, and that's what
how soon would you eat a person?
have to be starvation. I mean, it'd have to be like I don't know how long on a live they were there.
Would you start with a panus?
The stalk.
No. You gotta go with the fatty parts of the body, the stomach, depending on the person if they have arm fat. God,
I would go with parts like on a chicken, like a leg.
Yeah, like something with meat. You just want
Yeah.
fat. It's gonna look
Who would
pretty
be
much
more
like
delicious, me or you, Jay?
me for
Mike.
sure.
Would you be?
Mike.
But I would be, right?
yeah.
Because of my glandular issues.
Yeah, because you're.
Shut up, you.
No.
Doughy. You're doughy
No,
too. You'd be
because-
probably
no,
pretty
because you're
delicious.
what was it? The primid. I can't
Go ahead.
remember the
Finish
condition.
your thought.
The condition. I can't remember the.
Oh, my Prater Willies?
Prater Willies.
It flares from time to time. Don't make fun of me.
It seems like it was flaring every time I'm coming in. It seems like it's flaring.
I saw a special that this is where I got the idea that maybe I had Prater Willies. I saw a special on this like 13-year-old girl who was sitting outside screaming at the top of her lungs. She's huge. There's an ice cream truck going by and she's demanding that someone buy her ice cream. She's going up to strangers and asking them to buy her ice cream.
Oh my God.
Her parents have padlocks on the fridge. She's constantly starving, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm always hungry too after I eat. Maybe I've got Prater Willies.
Jesus Christ. As if. No, I don't know. I think Mike would be better than you. I mean, you don't have as much lean meat on you, Jay.
I actually, dude, if you're gonna say that fat, you'd rather eat fat than
Yeah.
muscle, and then okay.
What would you? What
If it
do
comes
we?
down to where I'm eating a person, I don't want to eat healthy, lean meat.
You
I
just want to
some-
eat like a dude. Have you
You're
seen
gonna
human
gorge
fat?
on
Have you
meat?
seen human fat?
No.
You ever see a liposuction done where they just,
Oh, yeah, I guess I have.
you know, it's
But you're not going to see that.
it's
You're
like
just going to cut
fuck,
up
you
the
know
bodies.
how you cut off the end of the chicken
Jay,
fat and
you're
shit.
not going to
That's
see that. You're going to take him, you're going to kill him, and you're going to put him on the roast and the fire will
I
just...
would hope he's not going to
Turn
kill
around.
me. I would hope that I died.
Well, okay, however we do
And then-
it.
You'll die before me.
No, but I'm-
we'll be mowing on you for sure.
Okay, well, but if
I
you're
don't know.
me over you,
Yeah.
but Jay says you just want fat. Yes, if I come to the point where I'm eating a person, I don't want some like lean chicken breast. I want a fucking fillet.
dude. You recognize what you know what fat looks like.
Right.
Yeah, fat's
Fat-
gross. Well,
But
I
you're
don't.
not gonna
I don't
see
like the
that.
fact that we're.
Yeah, you
we're-
are. You're gonna cut into the thing to fucking.
Now when
Right?
he's cooked and he's been,
You're
on
picturing him on a spit, like through his ass and mouth.
Like a
I don't
pig.
like the way that I've become the example here, and I'm just this blob of fat that's on a
Well,
spit.
the problem is I'm in the medium, Jay is in the fit, and you're on the other end.
You're in the medium.
Medium compared to you.
It's glandular. Don't make fun of me.
Look at glandular or not. I'm skinnier than you, and Jay's skinnier than me.
A lot skinnier than you.
Well, you're a lot bigger than me. I
I'm
mean,
not a lot bigger than you. I weigh less than you.
Do you?
I don't know how much you weigh.
180.
See there,
So do
there
I.
you go. Look at the roast. Look at the roast. Look at the fat on the edge. Just picture all that fat.
Yeah, that's what I want right there.
You want
You
that?
want the fat?
What's wrong with you, man?
In a survival situation, we're gonna be out in the woods. You're gonna want fat for warmth and
No, you want
You want the protein, dude.
you want the meat in it.
This fucking asshole. He's sitting there. That's fat. That's fat. I don't know. It tastes great, but I still
Yeah.
feel like shit.
Do you like the gristle?
I don't know what that
He
is.
likes the gristle.
I don't know what that is.
When you get a thing of steak.
I don't
or-
really eat steak, but
Okay.
I'd have a lot of gristle on me, right? I'd be
Yeah.
gristly. Where you'd be lean. I would eat you, Jay, because you'd be lean, healthier for me. Could
healthier.
drop some pounds
that's
up there in the Andes Mountains.
That's my problem. Who gives a fuck about health at this point? It's survival, man, and I want to go with the fat.
Dude, you believe me. You want the protein. You want the meat. You do not want the fat.
Don't
Well-
you cut the fat off your steak when you get a steak?
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's
Jeez. Okay.
that's his whole point. Is you're going, I want the fat,
Well, no, but I cut
and
that
you're
out
discarding the
because
delicious part
I
of
know.
Jay.
Well, I cut that out because I'm at the restaurant and I don't want, or maybe you're.
Okay.
Well,
If you could choose between the two, fat or the meat part.
I guess the meat part.
Okay.
So you'd eat Jay.
I guess.
I'd help you take him down. He's probably weak from the accident.
What accident?
The plane crash we
Oh.
were clearly in the Andes Mountains. We're in a soccer team.
Is Gavin there?
Was it a soccer team or was it rugby or something?
Yeah, it was a soccer team, I think.
They show. I've never seen the movie. Did they? How visual did they get with them eating?
I remember them showing like the dead bodies kind of in the snow and stuff, and
Mhm.
they kind of were carving off the back of the
Oh.
thigh and stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't too graphic.
It was
though.
bad enough for me in Walking Dead recently when they were the concept that you knew they
Oh.
were eating people and it was like
It was so gross.
It's like that person isn't eating real meat. It's a show, but they're with the bodies right in the back, and they're just cutting it up. And
Would you eat a dog?
well, yeah,
You would?
I don't want to. I don't want to.
I
but
probably have.
you ate Taco Bell, right? Of
I'd eat a dog.
Would you?
Yeah.
Horse?
course you would.
I don't know why why that would be any grosser than any other animal.
It would.
You'll eat chicken.
In reality, a cat wouldn't be any different. I mean,
Hey.
hey, I don't want to eat Tony, but I'm just saying. I love him, but
It's the only person you've ever told.
the only person. He's a person.
No, he's not. Did you tell him you love him? Did you tell your mom you loved her?
No,
Nana?
God damn it.
I didn't tell Tony no.
Vacation breasts. You were asking about vacation
Wait,
breasts.
What word was
Vacation breasts.
that?
You didn't let me finish. This sounds crazy to me. I'm not a huge fan of fake titties.
Yeah,
Anyone in the room big fan of fake titties?
not really.
Yeah.
Sure.
Really?
Why not?
Well, here's the thing, Jay. It depends. Like, you know
I'm a
what I mean?
breast
If there's those, I know, but if there's those,
You're a
the
breast
ones
man,
that are
yeah.
so like fake that they're almost. You can't,
Well,
they don't
yeah.
even
Some of
move,
them just
they're
look like they're
sit-
just stuck on there.
Yeah,
Terrible.
they got to be done well.
There's a New York plastic surgeon he's developed the InstaBreast. It's a saline injection into the titty meat that gives the impression of implants for 24 hours.
It's like Botox kind of deal.
Yeah.
Just get an injection.
But
And
even
so they're for
less.
vacations. I get it now. So you're on the vacation. And
I wonder if they just end up looking swollen though, kind of.
Probably. It's meant to so you can take him for a quick spin.
Here's-
Fill out that bikini.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This is what's so dumb about girls. I'm sorry, but they sit there and they babble on. They don't like the cat calls and it's not just about this and don't be looking at. And yet, there are girls out there like, well, I'm going to be on vacation for the day, so I can get my, I don't have to go.
Yeah,
to the
but you're attributing those first statements to the second type of girl. I mean, some girls are just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Look at my tits,
Yeah.
So not every girl is, don't judge me by this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at those. They're like, that's what Dr. Roche was talking about, how they go together. If
What's
you
up with
fuck
the
it up.
nipples?
Yeah, those are fucked up.
Wow. The other way.
Somebody meshed that one up, man.
And you can tell that's a cute girl
Yeah.
who probably had a nice little B cup or something
Right.
and fucked it all up.
Why?
That guy should be sued for malpractice.
Why are they touching? I mean,
That's what Roche
Because
was
remember, he talked about that
yeah.
that cavity. You don't want to. Oh my go!
That's
Ah.
horrifying.
Dude,
Those are not. Yeah.
that ain't right.
Wow. We're looking at pictures of some of the worst titty jobs ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Oh. So anyway, this guy that does the InstaBreast, which is lasts for 24 hours, which I don't know, and he claims that he wouldn't say what the material is, but claims it's used in medicine all the time, and I guess it's not bad for you, whatever. I don't know. But he's trying to work with the FDA. Oh my God, look at that mess. He's trying to work with the FDA to patent and do these 2-week InstaBreast. So literally, if you were going on vacation,
Yeah.
you could take them for a couple-week spin, see what it's like to play with them, get, guys twixt them.
I wonder how much this costs.
Well, I'll tell you. What do you think it costs?
Just to get these 1 weekers.
No, for the 1-dayer.
Oh, 1 day. I thought you said a week first.
Well,
So it's 1 day, and he's trying to get it to 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now you got 24 hours.
1 day, $500.
Yeah. $2,500.
Just get some new boobs.
Exactly. You could probably get a sale on them for $4
That's
grand.
absurd.
$5,000. You can get some new titties. Why would you fuck
1
around?
day?
Yes. The cost right now for the procedure, for the InstaBreast procedure, costs $2,500.
If you're paying for that and you're not going to realize that you can just get the real permanent ones at that point, you're talking about a girl who's so shallow that wants it, but she just wants it. You know what I mean? That.
Or just has so much money.
Yeah. I mean, what consumer is out there? I mean, what's the market for this?
I don't know. We should probably
Nobody
call
can
Dr.
afford
Roche and
that
ask
for a
him.
day.
Should we call Roche?
Yeah.
a good
Let's
point.
see if he's aware of
That's
this.
a really good point. We should definitely.
Yeah.
He would know.
Yes, he did.
Anybody would know about the
Breast.
breast
Let me see here. Sorry.
vacation.
You want to
Hey, give us some elevator music.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, it really dropped, didn't it, from yesterday?
Quite a bit, Jay.
God, yesterday was such an enjoyable day.
Today sucked, man.
Yeah, and I looked at the long term, and it
It's
doesn't
done.
look good.
It's done, man.
I think we've turned the corner.
It's supposed to snow today.
Don't say that, E.
Today.
I think we got a
Tomorrow.
couple. Didn't we get a ton of snow up north?
Oh yeah.
Marquette area?
Yep.
Green Bay.
Minnesota got nailed.
I mean,
Yeah.
nailed. I saw a picture.
I haven't been outside yet.
Since when?
Last Wednesday, probably.
No, that's not true. You went to the thing on Saturday.
Oh yeah, Saturday. What does that? Yeah, I guess that counts as going out. That was the last time I've left the house. Saturday.
Being serious.
No, I'm totally serious. Yes.
God.
I
So
couldn't do that.
yeah, I can. It's fun. It's a good existence. Healthy. Shit. What was I gonna ask? What are you guys talking? Oh,
The weather,
The weather.
of course.
How cold is it outside?
Cold.
It's like 38 or something.
Because it was like 60 degrees yesterday,
I know.
Yeah.
and they were saying it's gonna get really cold.
They were having. I was watching some of the specials on like the other areas when that thing's been this Arctic air has been coming down, and they were talking about some places like in Minnesota where it dipped down 20 degrees in an hour. I mean, that's how bad it was. Dude, I ran with a freaking hoodie, long sleeve shirt, and the pants full, and it was still pretty cold. I mean, the wind, I did an out and back where, like, the wind was with you the one way,
Yeah,
but then
I
it
feel
gets
great.
you the other
Man,
way.
I feel good. Turn around. Oh, fuck. That's why I felt so good.
Blowing at you.
These back to these titties, and we've got him. We called Roche, he didn't answer, so we'll text him and see if we can get him on. They're talking about the vacation titties being available in maybe 2 years.
2 years.
I know. Wake me
Slow
up when it gets here. Don't
Why is
waste
there
our time
right,
now.
why is there an announcement about it now?
It's honestly so stupid. A day.
I know.
Why would what would you do?
Just use a padded bra if you want to see what it looks like.
Here's the thing to me. Who is that for? Because if you're with somebody, if you're down on a vacation with your significant other, what does it matter? And then if you're single and like when you're out on the beach and like you're gonna hook up with a guy and then later like maybe you are looking to mingle and then like as the night goes on they're gonna start getting smaller and smaller or something. Or
It's like Cinderella, man.
Yeah,
Clock
you're right.
strikes 12.
if they're 24 hours, that's how it happens. They just grow and then in the last hour do they start shrinking or is it just boom they're gone back to normal?
I don't know. It could be like the glass slipper or the pumpkin carriage.
Clock starts midnight and just.
Yeah, I don't know. These are all very good questions, and we'll ask Dr. Roche as soon as we can get him on.
We need to remember about if he doesn't get back to you today. I think we need to remember and call him about this.
Yeah.
sometime.
That's why we have the Astronom file, Eric.
Oh, thank you.
Also,
You're welcome.
this New York surgeon says that these could possibly be used by men too.
For penile.
Pectoral implants and calf
Dude,
implants.
I was about to say
God.
calf.
Who are these
know.
ass-white pussy dudes getting calf
Can
implants?
you imagine?
Pectoral implants.
Can you imagine caring that much about how you look? That
No.
Oh my-
Clearly no.
No, but can you imagine that?
No.
I mean,
Half
that would mean so much to you. You're looking at your body in the mirror. Gosh, if I just had bigger
I'm
calves.
going like this, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, I like everything about me except my calves. If I could just have bigger
When I'm
calves.
out at the beach and I'm walking around, I just feel like my calves are pulling me back.
What a vain. God, you know what I mean? Like,
That's the society we've created, though. You see this
Dude.
all the time. It's weird. Is this a thing where they don't want to work out their legs? Or are they
maybe.
just born with
That's
really
pretty
tiny
funny though. You see guys who just upper body the whole
chicken
time.
legs?
That is so when you go to the gym and you see the guys that are just doing the curls. And
Legs are no
stuff,
fun,
and
man.
And it's just like, yeah, but I always just think like, what is the point, man? Like, who are you doing this for? Like,
Beach muscles, dude.
Look at that. Ugh.
Those are the implants right there.
They don't look as bad as I thought they would have looked, but
but the fact that you're
It's just
doing
stupid.
the fact that you're doing it. Ugh. So weird.
And what are you hoping that? Because like, if you get them, and then in a few weeks, are you gonna be at the pool with your buddies or something? And it's like, hey, Jay, I noticed your calves are looking a lot nicer.
And when somebody makes a move like that, it's such an admission that you feel so shitty about yourself. You know
I
what I mean?
totally agree.
It's like how much more douchey could you be?
Is there any plastic surgery you could see doing that you would go, oh yeah, it's not about
I had
Well, wait,
some on my face because I was in that car accident, you know.
Yeah,
well,
but
that's what I was gonna say.
That's
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
I think.
Not including Not it's got to be not including you got in an accident or something. I mean, if you got a nose in a car accident, I could see fixing it.
No, all right here.
Yeah.
That was all chewed up.
Okay. That's different,
Now it just looks like a bunch of acne, which is awesome.
Hey,
It doesn't even. I don't even notice it.
It's just
Yeah.
whatever.
Hey, it got you a car.
Yeah.
That's different though.
No, I can't think of another. No,
The only thing I
would
could-
not care that much. I mean,
Yeah. If you were bald,
That's what I was gonna say. The only thing I could think of is maybe something with your hair. And
have they
even
gotten
that,
good enough at it yet?
I still don't think I'm gonna do it no matter what. I think I'm just gonna let it go how it goes. And
that's what I've always said. I don't care,
I'm not gonna
and
do
it's easy to say, I guess, when you have it.
Yeah.
You know,
we have our hair.
Yeah.
So
but I don't. You know, if I went bald, whatever.
that's kind of how I feel.
yeah.
Who cares? I don't think you'll ever go bald though, Jay.
Yeah.
I don't think I will either.
But that's the only one that I could understand. As a guy, especially if you were in your, if we got to the point where it was really good and you were in your 20s,
Yeah,
and
yep.
I could see that, dude, because going to the bar scene and just meeting people when you're, no, I'm just saying that doesn't seem that vague
Yeah. No,
to
I can
me.
see that too.
Ugh.
Hey, if you're in the market for a new car, make a trip to Zott Ford. And
All
they can
right.
save you $500 on your trade-in when you tell them that the Detroit Cast sent you. Plus, Zott Ford has an award-winning sales service department as well, and you can save 10% on your repairs if you tell them that we sent you. A fun, good-time dealer with the hottest sales staff in Oakland County, Zott Ford and Holly, just off I-75. Head on up and see them.
Mm-hmm.
Steve might be coming in soon.
Really?
Yeah, to talk more about what the Zott sales staff can do.
Is he bringing this hot sales staff with him?
I've heard rumors about that.
All right. We're going to hold him to that. Hey, let's take a quick time out, and we'll come back and we'll go over the rather disturbing case out of New Orleans, the sexual abuse cases that
Okay.
were just kind of blown off, and the Ebola settlement as well. We'll do all that next on the Detroit Cast.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Detroit Cast. Thursday edition of the Detroit Cast. Got a little bit left here, and I thought this was funny when I was kind of going over prep stories today. I saw something on Tosh, Tosh.0, you know, and I don't really watch his show. He's a decent enough stand-up, and funny enough. I thought this was really funny though. He does that web redemption bit.
They're really funny.
Yeah, they're pretty good. He'll take someone that fails at something, you know, whatever they're doing that's caught on the internet where there's a fail, and then he'll bring them back for a web redemption, and he'll interview them and give them another chance to do it. It's pretty fucking funny.
Like if they were in a high school band and they fell, you know, he'll let them come back or crash their car.
Yeah, he had the guy that was dancing by the ice cream when the ice cream truck hit him.
Yep.
Black dude in Oakland, I think.
And girls. Yeah, there's been several. I mean.
And he did one with the guy skating around the rink that wiped out. Like that's a perfect thing that he would do a web redemption on. The guy skating that hits the carpet, singing the Canadian national anthem. So anyway, this I guess SportsCenter is kind of doing something that's eerily close to that.
Eerily.
Yeah, ridiculously, and so he takes him on for ripping his shit off. It's pretty funny. Here, let's check it out.
He was good on the curb.
Yeah.
Looks like the Zamboni missed some carpet. I know what you're thinking. That would make a great web redemption. And apparently, you're not the only one who thought so. Listen, I'm aware America's Funniest Home Video have a legitimate gripe against me. It's bad enough MTV has a PG girl version of this show. But now, sports channels are stealing from me? Did ESPN really think I wouldn't notice when they came up with an eerily familiar new segment called Awesome Video Segment?
We got a new device coming up. It's called, the inaugural piece is called the Awesome Video Segment, and this one centers on that skating, tripping over the red carpet singer guy whose name, he's got a name, is Mark Donnelly.
You've seen it on SportsCenter a million times, but if you're like me, you still have a million questions. I went to Canada and asked Mark Donnelly what he was thinking.
I don't know why I didn't notice it when I went around before. And then with the two spotlights on me, I couldn't see what was in front of me.
All right, listen closely and tell me if you've heard this next phrase before.
Do you think you would be willing to give it another shot?
They must have missed that one episode where I said that before.
Are you ready to give another shot? Are you ready to give another shot? You ready to give another shot? Are you ready to give another shot? Are you ready to give another shot?
Do you think you would be willing to give it another shot?
Sure.
Oh, Canada. Oh, man. Oh, Canada. We stand on guard.
You fucking hacks are cheapening my brand. I'm fine with kids in high school or college plagiarizing, but once you work for a real network, you should have some goddamn self-respect. That's why I created a new segment called Sports Science 0.0. Who do you think came up with that? A network dedicated to sports, or Bill Nye's son, the sports science guy? They've been calling me that since I was fucking 11. On ESPN's flagship show, SportsCenter, each highlight lasts an average of 45 seconds and contains an astonishing 217 unfunny forced puns. Gee, frat brothers they call anchors are whiffing on an improbable 100% of the jokes they try to make. That's like a greased-up adult grizzly bear trying to make love to a fresh salmon. That's like SportsCenter breaks down like this. 60% Manziel gossip, 39% praising LeBron for buying a giant Brita filter to clean Lake Erie, 72% jerking off the SEC, and 41% explaining away whatever crime an NFL player committed that hour. There's 2% other, which is room for whomever has to fill in for Bill Simmons every time he's suspended for having the audacity to defend women. ESPN's 72 personalities who have no personality can somehow manage to exert enough force to climb all the way into the NFL's asshole. Former athletes account for almost 1/3 of ESPN personalities. And with a grammatical error every fifth word, a normal segment contains nearly 400 instances of flawed syntax. Simple mathematics tells us that is a statistical anomaly. Chris Berman's weekly 2-minute drill runs an average of 5 minutes and 11 seconds. That's 5 minutes and 11 seconds more than anyone outside of Buffalo wants to hear Chris Berman gargle on all 7 of his chins. And that's painfully unaware pudgy old man makes $3 million a year. That's more than all pros Andrew Luck and Julio Jones. Science! For a measly $5.64 billion, ESPN won the broadcasting rights to the college football playoffs for the next 12 years. $0 of that will go to the athletes. ESPN profits off kids playing football, which means they support kids getting...
Oh, no.
That was it. No.
No.
That sucks. No, it wasn't. Damn it.
Oh, wow.
That was a really good point coming up.
Yeah, it was.
He let him have it, though.
Yeah, and he doesn't hold back. He goes on to tell, like, that, you know, goes into the whole paying college athletes, not paying college athletes, and, yeah, it's funny.
He equates it to eventually saying that because that's supporting kids' brain
injuries,
and then,
CTEs, and
death.
And then death. So ESPN supports the killing of children, and he's got like a 4-foot coffin.
It's awesome too, because at the end too, when he's doing the triangle, he's got the middle fingers like this, kind of like he's doing. It's really fun.
Yeah, it was good.
How could ESPN so shamelessly rip off his thing? You know what I mean?
And it's not like he's been around just a year.
Yeah.
He's been doing Rev Redemptions 5 years now, 6 maybe.
Yeah.
I guess it's not so
SNL's
unique.
Been accused of this type of shit too.
It's not so unique that one couldn't think after seeing that, like, hey, let's give this guy another chance and see what. But to use that phrase, what was it? Hey, you want to give that another try?
Yeah, give it another shot.
Yeah, give it another shot. Pretty exact.
Is that the end of it?
Yeah, this should be the end of it. It's got a different version of it.
Flawed syntax. Simple mathematics tells us that is a statistical anomaly. Chris Berman's weekly 2-minute drill runs an average of 5 minutes and 11 seconds. That's 5 minutes and 11 seconds more than anyone outside of Buffalo wants to hear Chris Berman gargle on all 7 of his chins. And that's painfully unaware pudgy old man makes $3 million a year. That's more than all pros Andrew Luck and Julio Jones. Science! For a measly $5.64 billion, ESPN won the broadcasting rights to the college football playoffs for the next 12 years. $0 of that will go to the athletes. ESPN profits off kids playing football, which means they support kids getting brain damage, which means ESPN wants children to die. Or, to put it in scientific terms, ESPN loves killing kids. Science. For Sports Science 0.0, I'm Daniel Tosh. For the record, that was not aimed at Mike and Mike Simmons, Beetle, PTI, Levitard. You guys are cool. We'll be right back.
Not bad. Good stuff. Yeah, it's weird. Comedy, it's hard to... There's a lot of incestuous shit that happens in comedy, you know? I mean, I'm sure we repeat ourselves plenty. And everybody's riffing off the same shit.
Yeah, you gotta distinguish a bit more than they did, though. That was pretty
pathetic.
Yeah,
pretty bad. Yeah. Hey, we had mentioned earlier the inspectors, the Office of Inspector General in New Orleans, who has initiated this sex crimes thing. This is a weird story out of New Orleans. When they came out with their findings today, and you've got a situation where, according to the 7-page document, they had 1,290 sex crimes that were reported, of which only 179 instances did the detectives file supplemental reports documenting any additional investigation, or 13.9% of the time. And so some of the things that they came out with in this report, they talk about, let's see, so the 1,296 crime-related calls for service that were assigned to 5 different detectives. Over a 3-year period, there were 5 detectives that they looked at, and 14% of the time they did these reports over this 3-year period. Some of the disturbing allegations involved include Detective A. We'll start with Detective A. So they don't name these guys because it's still an ongoing investigation.
Are they suspended without pay? With pay?
I don't know.
I'd love to get suspended with pay sometime.
I love it.
Yes, I would.
God, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Well,
No,
unless they're
kidding.
trying to decide if your job's going to still be there.
I'm kidding. It probably wouldn't be awesome if you're doing it if it's happening.
No, it would. It's happened. It's happened to media people.
Well, yeah,
Been
you're right.
suspended
Yeah.
for years, still paid.
Yeah, if it was something like that, that'd be awesome.
So this guy was assigned 13 cases of potential sexual abuse involving juveniles, wherein the juvenile victims potentially were still in the same home as the alleged abuse. Out of the 13 cases, 11 had no reports documenting any investigative report beyond the initial report. These included an infant who was brought to the hospital emergency room with a skull fracture. The emergency room nurse wrote suspected non-accidental trauma. He conducted no further investigation. Another kid came in with a skull fracture, like 3 years old, and while they were looking at that skull fracture, they found an older skull fracture.
Wow.
No report taken at that. And then one was brought to an emergency room due to an alleged sexual assault. The juvenile was under 3 years old, so you got a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old had a sexually transmitted disease.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
Gross.
fuck.
Detective A wrote that victim did not disclose any information that would warrant a criminal investigation and close the case.
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah. A 2-year-old gets an STD.
So you just have a supremely lazy fucker in that spot, who's just
5 of them.
just brooming shit to the side, throwing it in a stack.
Yeah.
Is that just someone who's just going to his job and going home? He doesn't care.
Isn't that incredible? With such an important job.
Yeah. The Special Victims Unit. Meant to look at elderly, child, sexual abuse victims. So a juvenile was brought to the emergency room, another sexual abuse. Review of hospital records revealed a forensic interview was conducted by a specialist trained to elicit info from children regarding sexual abuse. The forensic interview report noted specific information regarding sexual abuse by a named individual who was living in the same house with the juvenile. This report also stated the named individual was a registered sex offender. Detective A wrote that the juvenile victim did not disclose any information regarding a sexual assault and closed the case due to lack of evidence.
What the hell, dude?
Wow.
These guys are going to be brought up on federal charges.
Wow.
I mean, they're going to bring charges against these guys. Detective B had a case where the victim stated she was sexually assaulted. Her iPhone was stolen. There was no documentation of any investigative effort in tracking the phone or obtaining phone records. On a specific date in 2013, this is what else they were doing. Like, these guys would do their initial log report, and then at one point, the Office of the Inspector General comes to them and says, hey, I need these reports. There's no reports on these. So the guy's like, oh, yeah, we'll get those right to you. And then they'd go back to their office 3 years later and fill out a bunch of reports and try to submit them as in, oh, yeah, these are the reports I filed 3 years ago. And so they had these, what was it called?
This shit happens all the time, obviously, in a ton of different jobs, data entry or whatever. But
yes.
This is like, these people have no one to stand up for them but these investigators. And
yeah, whatever, just blowing it off. So these guys went to the Office of Information Technology and Innovation and were able to decide that, yeah, these reports were all done on the same day earlier this week, 3 years after they were supposed to be filed. Nice try. Detective D was assigned 11 simple rape cases. And they define simple rape as rape committed when sexual intercourse is deemed to be without the lawful consent because the victim is committed under any one or more of the following circumstances: when they're incapable of resisting or of understanding the nature of the act. So basically, if you're too drunk or stoned to give the nod, or if you're in a situation where you're in a coma, those would be simple rape.
Oh,
Yeah.
coma.
So,
I hear about like nurses' aides and shit.
Oh,
doing that,
yeah.
you know, crawling in
yes.
there.
It's just about busting a load. Ugh, it's just creepy. Creepy shit.
See it, but God.
So during this 3-year period, this guy had 11 simple rape cases thrown across his desk. 5 had no reports documenting any investigative effort beyond the initial report. 1 had no file at all, and 1 was presented to the DA's office. Detective D told at least 3 different individuals that Detective D did not believe that simple rape should be a crime.
He made up his mind.
You know.
I really don't see these through. Disagree with this law.
This is your job. And he decides that simple rape is not. I mean, it's okay for me to say it in a joking fashion here, but you would expect the special investigator in the district attorney's office.
Where is this, New Orleans?
New Orleans, yeah. In one case, Detective D wrote that no DNA evidence was discovered. However, this directly contradicted the Louisiana State Police DNA lab records, which showed the DNA evidence had been discovered. In another case, the victim went to the hospital for an exam. The nurse reported the victim said that she was receiving threatening text messages from the assailant. There was no documentation that he ever attempted to obtain any phone records or text messages. The nurse also collected DNA evidence from the victim that was collected in a sexual assault kit. However, a review of the lab records revealed that Detective D never submitted the kit for testing. A review of the sex crimes logbook maintained by the victims unit revealed that Detective D made an entry for this case which stated Detective D would not submit the kit to the DNA lab because the sex was consensual. Yeah. Nice, huh? So that's
Brutal.
just some of them. Yeah.
They're fucked.
What can you do for that? I mean, like, what could they be charged with? Negligence of some sort, or? I mean, you would think they're gonna throw the book at guys like that, but I don't know what.
Yeah.
Good one. Yeah. But I don't know what charges you could bring. I know you're not a criminal attorney, so it's hard to say. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure we'll know sooner or later.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah, not good. Ebola victims. The family has reached a settlement.
It was quick.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think there's a reason it was quick.
What do you think?
Well, I think they didn't want to go to trial.
Which side?
Either side. Well, if I was this is probably better for the family, if I had to guess, because that is the place where, and we're talking about Thomas Eric Duncan, the guy who came from Liberia with Ebola, went to the hospital. The whole crux of this thing is that he was turned away at the door and sent home with 103 fever, given some antibiotics, and then came back in an ambulance a couple days later and died.
What would have been different had they not turned him away?
Well, I think that's where the negligence comes in. That they're claiming, but they also
claiming
have
the hospital caused. You know, how do you show that the hospital caused what ultimately happened?
Well,
He
can't.
He had the deadly disease, you know.
Yeah, but he wasn't given treatment early enough that would have helped. Like if he would have been given proper treatment 3 days earlier, that could have helped him. To me, it's like were given.
Was he one of the ones though that didn't have the same? He didn't have the same blood type,
right?
That was receptive to that.
Yeah.
Either the donors of the
doctor.
Yeah.
Not the nurse, but the doctor. Yeah. They faced a very high bar, they say, though, in this case, because remember, Dallas is where they've got that cap at $250,000, unless you have to prove that there was willful negligence or something like that, willful and wanton negligence, essentially that the doctors knew they were causing harm when they treated Duncan, which is bullshit. To me, this dude was given a chance that nobody else would have been given. He should have been in fucking Liberia.
Yeah, he lied his way in there.
He lied his way in, and now, first off, they're not charging the family for the care that he was given. If you remember, didn't he have a staff of like 76 people at his beck and call?
I wonder what that really, if you were to invoice that out, what would that come to?
Think about the times if you don't have insurance and you go to doctor for a broken arm. I mean, it'll cost you thousands of dollars. Imagine 76 personnel on a floor reserved specifically for you to treat some disease. So that bill doesn't exist. That means we're paying for it, or the Dallas community is paying for it, whatever. And now they're paying this family on top of that. I mean, they didn't give him the disease. To me, it's like if there was a rogue needle laying around that he was stuck with that gave him the disease and then he died from it, fine. But
yeah, I wouldn't be so sure that they got so much. You know, sometimes these plaintiffs that settle, they try to make it sound like they took them. You know, like, oh yeah, we're very satisfied. Believe me, both, you know, the plaintiff and his family are very satisfied. And
yeah,
I mean, you're satisfied because you went ahead
something.
and settled. You got something, but I wouldn't assume that it's, you know, all that much.
Well, the attorney, Les Weisbrod, declined to say how much the settlement was worth, but said it was a very good deal.
There you go.
That would provide for Duncan's parents and his 4 children.
Yeah, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
You know, it'll provide for them.
Yeah, for 6 months.
No, honestly.
No. What I was gonna say is you should do. I think you could. This would be a good time for your we were very your pompous lawyer voice. I think would work there.
Well, what did
But they've also set up a foundation.
Oh,
his
good.
Name
Oh, good.
To help with Ebola shit.
I don't know. I think we're very. I can't do the voice, but I feel like we were very satisfied with that.
Yeah, $250,000 limit on non-economic damages related to pain and suffering. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, they've
gotten anything. I mean, in a way.
I know. It's like the dude walks in there.
No,
it kills you that he got anything. But you know, and I'm sure, man, I don't know. I'm just not ready to say he broke the bank on this one.
Yeah,
because if he has if his family has a good lawyer on his side, they're looking at it going, well, here are the obstacles to us winning. You know, both sides are looking at that. It's not just plaintiff going, oh, well, pay us, and the other side goes, well, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, they're looking at their weaknesses.
They're definitely looking at a thing where, I mean, if you take into account that the hospital was down 50% as far as people coming in, I mean, they got hammered publicly. Hammered. It's in their best interest to put this behind them and move on.
Yeah.
Stop the bleeding. So in that regard, you could see you don't want this dragging out in a court and be in the Ebola hospital forever. So it's in your best interest.
Yeah, that's a good point. That may lead you to believe that they paid more than.
But you would think they know, the hospital knows that, listen, there's no chance this fucking guy can claim that we willfully and were so negligent, and we were aware that we were negligent and didn't give a shit, which means the max would be $250,000.
Yeah.
So why would you pay a penny over $250,000?
Yeah. So let's say he got $200,000. You know, that lawyer can go, well, this provides for his parents and his kids,
4 children.
And, you know, okay.
Yeah. Does it really? And they do point out that the fiance is getting nothing, which is okay by me too.
I'm actually shocked even to hear this story because I didn't realize Ebola was still going on. I thought it was done.
No, Ebola's not done.
Really?
Yeah.
They've moved on to comets.
I really haven't heard it on the news.
The media's moved on to comets and such. Important stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And ISIS.
Well, I heard America was clear of Ebola, so we're done.
We are clear of it now. For now, it's
that means forever.
Raging in West Africa, though.
But no one can come over anymore, right? It's over.
No, they can come over. Tomorrow. They're coming today.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
So.
Oh, I should still be worried.
You still have a chance at your billion.
At your billion, what was that?
Yeah, there's going to be a billion die. We're going to die.
Oh, yeah.
Could happen.
It could. All it takes is one spark. I still totally believe that.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't properly cover it, a spark, that's it.
It does seem like, did you watch the 60 Minutes on it?
I did.
It does seem like there are a lot more, you know, the resources they're not treating it like just, oh, well, anymore. You know what I mean? The resources that are coming in and.
Yeah, but you saw what they did in West Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, they're constantly being sprayed down with bleach.
Dude, isn't that insane?
Constantly.
Every time I always think about you because you just talk about how, like, they say how hard it is to get. And when it showed them, like, going into a place and getting somebody that's possibly has it, they're literally walking behind the grass, spraying, like, behind the grass that his feet are walking on.
Every step they take in their little spacesuits, there's a guy with a fucking canister of bleach just spraying the lawn. They
just
where they
sprayed out
walked.
where they walked,
With shoes
as if
on.
they were throwing rose petals behind after every step.
Wow.
Yeah, and then when they go
They
into the
dip their feet in buckets of bleach before they walk in anywhere, and when they come out, yeah, it's
very hard to get.
Oh, yeah, very, very hard to get. They're
Only
burying
violence.
those bodies and they're spraying down behind. Like, there's a guy who's a family member of someone who died. He's walking to bury his family member, and they're spraying down the ground where he's walking.
with bleach,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, yeah, it's just bleach.
If it can only be through violent functions, how?
And if bleach kills it so easy, why don't we just? It sounds like bleach is a cure for Ebola.
I just well.
Can we just run bleach through their systems?
Here, Jay, we'll just put some bleach in here and we're fine.
There's some serial killers that tried that. Some horror movies, I think. Bleach. Ugh.
You mean mainlining?
Yeah. Killer clowns.
Killer clowns.
Oh, Jay, clowns. Those aren't real clowns. They're killer clowns.
Playing a character.
They're just they're not. Those aren't real clowns.
Did you see V-Mart apparently signed for 4 years?
I did.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like maybe you got another year out of it.
I know. That's how I feel.
So I'd want to know if there's any out clauses with
Yeah.
that. Like it's a 2-year guarantee, and
Right.
then we'll meet again in 2016.
Yeah, that's tough to go for. God.
I mean, how old is he now? 35?
30, 36.
36? Okay.
He's going into his age 36 season.
Do you think V-Mart, would you want a 40-year-old V-Mart? Would you want a 40-year-old anybody besides
I feel
Barry
like he's
Bonds?
been 40 for a while. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like he's been that guy that you're just kind of have him taped together.
Yeah.
And he's doing his thing, and you're like, sweet, we're squeezing everything we can out of him.
I mean,
Here
think
we go,
about
4 more
Maglio
years.
Ordonez.
Yeah.
How sweet Maglio was, and then when it goes, it's just goes.
I know.
And you can't keep the body together anymore.
I like V-Mart a lot, and I'm sure
Everybody
a lot of
does,
people do.
of
But
course.
I think the money could have gone elsewhere. I'd have to see, like you said, I'd have to see the actual contract and the clauses and the money.
Well, they don't have caps in baseball.
I know, but the Tigers' money has been. I mean, they've got so much money still in Verlander, so much money still in
which is a bad move too.
Miguel. God.
Yeah, crazy shit. Do we have any email, Jay?
So much money in that.
100 million plus invested in
that.
that dong.
God.
Would you rather have a micro penis or that thing?
That thing.
That thing.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Tim writes in. No, I'm sorry. Ron writes in. I'm surprised that no one has pointed out that Jay might be messing up the Zott Ford commercial reading.
Uh-oh.
I've held off mentioning this because I didn't want to be an Eric about it, but several times now Jay has said save $500 on your trade-in at Zott Ford. But shouldn't that be get $500 more on your trade-in? Yeah, probably should.
Are you saying save?
Yeah.
Good point, Ron.
Don't people know what it is? Is Ron too?
Oh, the way this is worded, they can save you $500 on your trade-in.
Save you $500. I mean,
who wrote this? What retard wrote this?
Bill.
Oh, sorry, Bill.
That's a valid point, Ron. I mean, you're not going there to buy a trade-in, right? Ron says. You're right.
Yeah, he's got a point. This one, on the other one that Bill wrote, not you or I, treat you like royalty, but give you an additional $500 on your trade-in when you tell them the Detroit Cast sent you.
That makes sense.
Much more sense.
One more thing. Given the unusual spelling, it might be helpful if you guys gave the spelling on the air. Zott. S-Z-O-T-T. Just saying. Whatever. Goodbye, Ron. Thanks for looking out for us, Ron.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Zott. S-Z-O-T-T. Zott Ford.
S-Z-O-T-T. Yeah, that's right.
Anthony writes in, hey guys, what does going to outer space and a woman's vagine have in common?
Oh boy.
Big E will never do either one.
Well, I've already done one of those, so crazy.
When did you go to space?
Zing.
That kid is a mess. One episode he says he had one girlfriend and he broke up with her.
Yep.
Then I believe in another he says he's had 6 girlfriends. Which is it?
No. I said I've had sex with 6 different girls in my life, and I've had only one girlfriend.
Grabbing titties of your sister and holy doesn't count.
Or Nana.
Real funny.
Or Nana.
No, that's dude. Has he not? Is this guy?
So
only
you've had
sex?
5 one-night stands?
4. No. Here, okay.
Explain yourself.
Okay.
Does he
Three
have to?
girls came from a bar.
One night stands.
One girl I wasn't dating per se, but we hooked up twice. We kind of were casually dating. It wasn't a girlfriend really, but
Yeah.
And then the other one, again, actually both the other two were casually seeing each other, so we weren't really like official a couple or anything.
So Brenda, who you recall from
Yes.
going to lunch with this week,
I
who
do
sent us the delicious cheesecakes.
I had a piece earlier. It's fantastic.
Very good, isn't it?
It's
she
awesome.
made all that.
She made
Yes.
that?
That was not bought. She made that.
I totally thought that was store-bought.
I know.
It's
I know.
in a box, I guess.
So I was Facebooking with her, and she said, I'm so very glad you enjoyed them. You all send your podcast out into the world and hope people like your baby. I feel the same way about my baking. The feedback is very much appreciated. You should seriously sell those.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that good.
I'm going to go have another piece when we
Even just,
wrap up
I'll
here.
be honest, just
Brenda,
looking
well
at them,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Looking at them,
they
did not
present
look.
well.
Yeah,
And they were in that box, because they were in the box, I just assumed that they were store-bought.
Yeah.
And she says, I have to say that lunch with Eric was really great. He was friendly and personable and funny.
Wow.
Is this the case, Eric?
I don't know.
My husband was giving him a little shit, and he took it in stride. It was a great time. I truly enjoyed our afternoon with him. Good job, E.
Spreading the word.
Made somebody like you.
I worry none about sending Big E out on our behalf.
Yeah, I agree.
I literally worry none.
All right, Derek writes in, and Derek has written in several times about the texting and driving issue.
Oh
and he
my
takes
God, I don't
it,
even wanna
dude,
talk
he
about it
takes it
anymore.
very seriously. Listen, dude.
Hey.
The symbol that Big E was searching for is called an accent aigu. Is that how you say it? Which is French and means acute accent. Is that how you say it? Aigu.
Wait.
I'm probably saying this
What was
way.
he trying to...
Aigu.
That could be it for French.
Aigu. Aigu. Aigu.
Aigu.
That's probably how you say it.
You
Aigu.
gotta have that snobby French
Ax-
accent.
Remember when we were saying
Aunt Agu.
accent aigu?
Accent Agu.
Accent aigu. We
To the
got it.
American.
Fuk face. In the case of fuk face, it would turn the silent E into the A sound. Fuk face.
Just like Big E wanted.
Yeah. Nice.
Although he started talking about Spanish and
I
shit.
never said Spanish.
I did.
Okay.
No,
thank
he
you.
did.
No, I said Ordóñez with the nye.
And I said that's like Spanish.
Right, and I said I thought French words had it too, and I was pretty much shot down. And they do.
Well,
No, not well.
accent aigu. Accent aigu.
Accent Agu.
In the case of Fuk face, it would turn. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Eat shit, Big E. You're awesome, but stop fucking texting and driving. Jay, please continue to press Eric on this issue. It's not a question of if something will happen. It's when will it happen?
Jay does press me on it every day.
I do press him, and it
You're
sounds
gonna
like
clip-
Derek, he probably has, a personal experience with this. So, he's very, very, very pointed on this. He wants you to stop, dude, and I do too.
Mm-hmm. He was wrong, though. Fuk face is spelled Phoook. Sorry.
Aaron called you out on your Google fail on Survivor. Season 1
I already told you guys.
was not 1997.
I know.
That's when Expedition Robinson started.
I know.
Duh.
I read it wrong.
It actually started in the U.S. in 2000.
Yes. I know.
But, he says, you are getting so much quicker on the draw in the last 2 days, but you need to work on accuracy. I have absolute faith that you can overtake Fake Jay on the producer duties. He's performing now, and that would be great to rub his face in it, wouldn't it? Having said that, Fake Jay is an amazing producer and engineer. He should just be able to focus on some of his duties, not his, and one that isn't his.
Oof.
Hey, Ron.
Boys will be boys.
Joe writes in. Boys will be. Joe writes in. Oh my God, these clown interviews are killing me. They have a little bit of Drew Lane tone to them. Hilarious.
Nice.
Thank you, Joe.
I think that's
Is
a
that-
compliment.
I was gonna say is that a compliment.
Let's see. Last one.
I love how Jay sips through them and then throws them on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's funny to me.
I throw them on the ground behind me. Not, well, on this.
If not, they stay in the pile, and then I just.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that,
You got to
is that
discard
new?
them.
Oh.
You got to discard
Did I tell you I tried to pee with my right hand today?
Oh!
You did?
Yeah,
No.
it felt really weird.
Really weird.
Dude, now that you mention it, yes, I'm a left-handed peer as well.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Why?
Yeah.
Why
So
would-
you thought about it?
Yeah, I was like, oh, let me try this with my right hand. I felt it felt like
You know
trying to throw a football with my left hand. I mean,
Really?
it was just
Did you pee on anything?
no.
That
I
you
was
shouldn't
able
have?
to control the hog.
You know what?
But it felt weird, man.
You know what
I
I've
gotta say.
noticed is because I know also when I've been at parties or out, I think another reason I might do it with the left hand always. No, that doesn't make sense when I was a kid though. But now I always I never hold my beer with my left hand, never. So maybe when I'm peeing, I'm just like.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make sense from earlier in life though.
Yeah.
What'd you do, you son of a bitch?
Nothing.
Okay.
You know, one other thing that happened too. I have to disclose this.
Oh no. Oh, this is no. Is this just gonna be you? Okay.
What?
I think I know what this is.
I think I told one of you this yesterday.
Yeah, both of us, I think.
The word "God damn it"
Yeah, now it's just gonna be you
infiltrating.
bragging. It's just gonna be Jay bragging.
No, it's
dominating my
infiltrated-
life.
Yes, it's infiltrated my every being.
I mean, literally, I find myself walking around the house just mumbling to myself, going, "God damn it!" I'll yell, "God damn it, Jay!" You're
And
not
I'm
even here. You're not
God
even
damn it,
here.
Marcel.
She's
God
a
damn it,
good
Mike.
woman.
I do that a lot too.
Yeah, if people saw you and they didn't
Smile,
know you,
Ube.
they'd probably think you were losing your mind.
No, but dude, God damn it has infiltrated everything. I finished sex the other day. And,
Not a hill to die on.
yeah.
Did you
I finished and I said, "God damn it!"
No, of all applications for God damn it.
Well, I think I'm realizing that "God damn it" is sort of like aloha. It just can mean a
hello
number
or
of
goodbye,
things.
Mean hello, goodbye.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
I assume this is with Gab.
Yes, it was.
Okay. How did she?
Just like, seriously, dude. I think I got a you ass.
Yeah, deservedly so. That's
Girls
awesome.
just do not get it. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
she
when you-
chuckled, but-
No,
No.
but I'm just saying, but like guy stuff, it's just.
You could do that every day and then come tell me about it, and I would laugh every day
Right,
at
like-
that. I'm gonna try it with Beth, by the way.
You should. Everybody should.
Just if you're
Just
listening,
finish. Go. God damn it! Ugh!"
Are you suggesting
Mike does-
Gab would have preferred if you went instead?
Right.
Yeah,
She's a good woman.
could have been better if you pat her on the ass. She's a good woman.
Yeah, you could've done
Hasn't
that.
given me this since Jake was born. She's a good woman.
Yeah. So see how that works, everybody out there.
Hey, you got one more?
You know what? I'll save this one.
You sure?
Yeah. I'll save it.
All right. Foosball, ping pong in the lobby. I'm in already. The hottest sales staff in Oakland County. Now I'm really all in. That's right. Head to Zott Ford, SZOTT, in Holly. They are the dealership that not only want like royalty, but give you an additional $500 cash on your trade-in when you tell them the Detroit Cast sent you. Zott Ford, SZOTT. Located just north of Great Lakes Crossing on Holly Road, just off of I-75. Go and say hi for us.
Wait a minute, just real quick. I just thought about it when you were reading that, and what's his name that said, "Oh, maybe you should spell it." In what condition, in what way is he looking it up?
What if you're Googling like, oh, I want to find
Dude,
Zott Ford?
I bet I can spell it wrong and it will show up.
Maybe so.
I'm just saying, Google fixes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the issue of Zott, don't forget they've stepped out with us on this, and so it's important, to the extent you all can out there, if you're in the market, please really, help support us by going to them and helping them out. I mean, they're, that's the way the world works,
Mm-hmm.
and if they don't see that this is fruitful for them, then we'll be looking for other people because they won't come back to us. So
yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Bottom line is, we need results to our advertisers and help from you guys out there, and that's the way we build this thing. So
Mm-hmm. You got that right, Jay.
That's right, Mike.
That's right, Jay. All right. Well, with that note, why don't we call it there for a Thursday? But we can do it all over again tomorrow.
We'll be back.
Maybe we'll touch on the Lions tomorrow. 7-2.
Hell
I think they deserve it. Yeah.
I think so too. And taking on the 8-1 Cardinals on Sunday.
Good one.
Big game.
Yeah, I don't
God,
know.
if they can get that.
When does the flex schedule start?
They're not flexed.
Why?
And they're not. This is hilarious. They're not flexed Sunday
New England?
because they already picked. No, it's New England at Indy. But even more odd, next week. This is a big deal. Next week, the Lions are
New
at New England.
Yep.
They're not flexed next weekend. You know what is? Giants and Dallas.
Oh,
The Giants are like 3-7.
yeah. It's just because it's New York.
Of course.
Stupid
Yep,
shit.
absolutely.
Ugh. Whatever.
Absolutely. But you got a
Well-
late start this week because it's in Arizona. So.
Yeah, you're right. 4:00 game. Well, we'll touch on that tomorrow, and among other things. So, have a good day, everybody. Thanks for checking out the show. Continue to keep sharing it. I haven't said it much lately. Send us your email. They're always great. People love hearing from them. So keep those coming. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow with an all-new Friday edition of the Detroit Cast.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen to God, watch you grow. You know not what remains that love. I'm gonna stay.